Okay, hello class. How are you all doing? So welcome to the capstone course. This is the first video. Here I'm just going to share some thoughts with you concerning the setup of the class and your first couple of assignments, okay? So again, the course is a capstone. To me, a capstone is a reflective kind of a class where I want you to really reflect on your undergrad career. So presumably you're getting close to graduating. Um, that's usually when you take a capstone course. So you have a lot of experience, you've taken a lot of classes. My hope is that you can find intersections between these classes that are going to enrich your education. So look through the syllabus, read over the intro for capstones, and your first assignment is to Google, why are capstones important? What are they used for? You'll find a lot of information out there on what a capstone is, what a capstone project is, and why they're important. And I also included a document on writing intensive courses. So again, this course is going to be all writing. That's your assessment. There's no tests or quizzes. And so we're going to get a lot of practice and feedback on our writing. And that's how you're going to get the most out of this, by practicing. Excuse me. So the other thing I wanted to talk about in your second assignment is to look at this term Ayurveda, so the study or balance of life. And again, that's the key word for me. Why did I pick this as the kind of defining concept or theme for the course, Ayurveda? And it's because I'm intrigued by this idea of balance. There's a balance in our bodies, at least between mind and body. We're not going to focus on the spirit side of things or consciousness, but that's a big thing in Ayurveda. A lot of the research out there, you can go look at it, focuses on nutrition and also things like yoga or other kind of meditation to rebalancing your body, getting it back in balance. But to me, as a molecular biologist, I think I grabbed onto this idea that your cells are in a constant balance. And when things get imbalanced in your cells, and of course that makes up your organs, when things get imbalanced, that's when we see issues, that's when we see problems, that's when we see disease. So I think that's why I'm really intrigued by this idea of Ayurveda, and it's going to be our defining theme through all the different diseases. I always want you to come back to this idea that our body is trying to be in balance, and how cool when it is, right? We have very little issues, hopefully, at least in terms of health and disease. But that's why I kind of grabbed onto it, was this cool idea that our cells are constantly in flux, but they're constantly maintaining balance. And it's that balance that's needed to keep our health. Okay. So throughout all the different diseases, I want you to keep that in the back of your mind. So your second assignment, as you'll see in the next module, is this: go out and find information on Ayurveda. And remember, as you're looking at these assignments, so your first one is on capstones, and the second one is on Ayurveda. As you're doing the research, write notes. Remember, I expect you to write about a paragraph a day. And you can go anywhere with this. Usually the internet, right, is where we go for most of our research. But as you're going out there, write things down. Write down what intrigues you. Write down things you don't like about the structure of the class or you think you're unsure about. Write down how they apply to your life or your family's lives or something. Try to make those connections between what we're going to start looking at. What does it mean to you? What can you get out of this? And how does that going to allow you to reflect on what you've learned as an undergrad? And my sincere hope is that this is going to just help you see what was the point of all this and how can I apply it into the future, not only in terms of skills like critical thinking or lifelong learning, but can even apply to your next jobs, right? Of course, writing skills, for example, are going to be great. But how is it going to even help you round out your character as you go on to the next stage? Okay, so be sure to jot down those notes as you go. It'll help you write your journals better. And as you write it, then you can reflect on things and try to apply it to your life so that it is more meaningful to you. But this idea, this concept of Ayurveda, I find it very interesting. And you can get so much more into the research on this. There's a lot of stuff to find out. Okay, happy hunting, happy research. I'm glad you're in the class, and I hope you get a lot out of it. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.